because I feel like everybody in general needs to have this read, and I might even upload this to YouTube, right? So early access information. Early access will be public launch of Vault beyond the few large-scale alphas we've held in the past. Early access release will help Vault evolve into what we strive to be. An original third-person MOBA built on the bones of a game that we all held dear, where the community's voices are heard. So far, they're saying everything that everybody should listen to. You don't expect Paragon. We're an original third-person MOBA built on the bones of a game that we loved. Clear as day. But how many people actually read this? I'd be willing to bet less than 1 in 10. But let's continue. Vault is purchasable during early access so that the development is supported by the players who want access to the game. Ultimately, Vault will be free to play and will adopt monetization strategies aligned with other successful MOBAs. How many people complain that Vault is pay to play? All right, this means that zero gameplay influence content will be locked behind paywalls or unrealistic grind walls. Players will be responsible for unlocking heroes, but all other purchasable goods are purely cosmetic in nature. And people are still like pay to play, right? So again, and they go into the early access, what you get with each pack, right? And then directly at the bottom, towards the bottom, we have Season 0 Pass Overview. They tell you we plan on releasing 2 characters, which this was a little bit delayed, that's understandable. 2 characters in October, 2 characters in December. And it says, the Season 0 Pass Overview, 1 week early access. And I do know for a fact, wait a minute. Oh, my second account isn't even part of the Vault Discord, so let's go. Will I find that at home? The Vault Discord link? Yep. All right, let's go ahead and join here like we're a new person. Join Strange Matters, yay! Okay, we get it. Let's look around for now. Go to announcements. Scroll up. Which was the patch? There we go. All right. So these are the hero kits right before they were released. Right? Right when they were released. Now, aha, look at this. 9/4/2020. Same day, basically. All right, so if you have the season passes, restart your game and you'll have the heroes. Everyone else, heroes.
Hello, Windu, lol.
Thank you for the $1, bro. I appreciate it. Hi. But yo, so everyone else heroes will be available 1 week after the release. Season pass holders get it now. They even reminded people. And there can still be individuals out there that feel that the game might be pay to play because they want to reach their character. And since they haven't looked into the information, they're like, man, this is bullshit. The only way for me to get this character right now is to pay. You feel me? But let's go ahead and move on forward. What does this season pass include? Exclusive reward for weekly challenges, seasonal skins for heroes, discount in the store, matter boost in the season, limited seasonal avatar. Sweet. Early access questions. Let's see if these actually get read. And we should be able to tell just by reading it. When and where will early access be available? July 17th via Steam. Cool. Where can we pre-order or preload? You're unable to do that. We're working on those details with Steam as we speak. But by now, honestly, the game is you can pay for access. So that question should probably be removed. Can I upgrade my Steam packages later? Yes, however, this feature is only available during the early access itself. Very important to know. Will heroes be earnable through in-game currency during the EA, or will heroes not be earnable through in-game currency until the full release? Very good question. All heroes in Vault can be earned through in-game currency. No heroes will be locked behind paywalls. So that right there answers the pay to play, and they've held up to it. They actually haven't hidden behind a paywall or whatever. All right, what heroes will be available during early access? 14 heroes will be available on the launch. These include blah, blah, blah. 6 more heroes will be added over the course of the early access. We aim to have 20 heroes by 20 release and by the full release. So they're planning on full release. Everybody can play for free at the beginning of 2021. This is information that is still there. Until this day, individuals will still ask because they just don't know where to find this information. When is it going to be free to play? I'm not paying for shit. I'm just going to wait till it's free and finished. I don't want to play an unfinished product. And I respect it. I respect it, but I don't think that people realize when they have that mentality how much they hinder the progress, because the more data they have, the more they can move on forward, right? But moving on to the next question. What server regions will be available for early access? Will all of them be open 24/7? Valid question. And they tell you NA East, NA West, SA, EU West, Asia, and Oceanic. And they're all going to be open 24/7. Simple. Bam. Is the 10% store discount only for real money or an in-game currency too? 10% discount provided by the Zero and Seasonal Pass will apply to real money purchases only. You get me? What are my minimum requirements? Bam. What are recommended? Bam. Like, you know how many people, and here's the thing, I just don't honestly think, like, I know the optimization has to be done, right? But I honestly do also feel like when people see that, they don't, like, a lot of people, quite frankly, don't know when they see those graphics, those stats, those tech items, what is that going to equal? Minimum requirements. For somebody, they expect, the average player expects that minimum requirements mean I can play the game at 60 FPS.
My master.
Newsito7 donated $1. When do you think Fault is going to release a PS4 version?
So they're working on it. There's no official date on when they're going to have a PS4 version. You feel me? That'd be a good question to have on here, to be honest. Now, my guess is they're going to aim for full release and stabilize full release before they officially start doing something like alpha towards PlayStation or something like that, right? But like, for example, like when people see these minimum requirements, they expect lowest settings 60 FPS at minimum requirements, right? But I don't think people realize that when you're part of an early access, minimum requirements means you might be stuck at 30 frames at all the lowest settings. The example I always bring up is Hunt Showdown. You realize that me with a 1080 Ti, I was getting 40 to 50 frames on Hunt Showdown for over a year during early access until it got optimized. A lot of people couldn't even play it. And that was fine. You feel me? They worked on the optimization, and by full release, it was fixed. I think people are being too crucial and forget that this is early access. By full release, I expect, along with everybody else, optimization to be very much optimized. And they continue to optimize as they add things. But now, hell, if I'm getting at all the highest settings, 60 frames, I wouldn't even complain. I get more, but you feel me? Now, let me answer some of these things that chat's saying, because I feel like this is going to be like a good insight even for the YouTube video here, because I'm more than likely going to put this on YouTube because I do feel like people need to see this. People are lazy, don't like going out of the way to search YouTube and to look on the SMS website. Yes, but I feel like you could tailor to the laziness as simple as having a page in the menu that literally says tutorials. And in that page is literally just a scroll wheel of SMS approved.
$1. Thanks for the info, Windu.
Gotcha, Nisito. Dude, thank you for the $3 total, bro. You're amazing. Thank you. But you feel me? How do you solve that? Simple fix. Not so simple, but the simplest fix. Put a tutorial tab. Put a scrolling YouTube playlist made by Strange Matter Studios of approved content of tutorials explaining things and in the order that they recommend. You feel me? That's my suggestion for that. All right, let's go next here. You at the same time, you felt that Decker was super strong. It felt pay to win. You felt that Charge was trying to charge you to use the character. And again, a lot of people feel that way, but that's just because lack of information. Because here's the thing, Some people will search and find that information, but if you don't know that information is in the website, if you don't know that information's been covered on YouTube, if you don't know that that information exists, how are you going to search for it? Be mindful of that. Now, moving forward here, I feel like some people need the information needed to be broadcasted nationwide so people aren't misinformed. And again, that's more along the lines of what I just talked about. The fact that YouTube, if that information is on YouTube, that doesn't mean they know that information is there. So putting that in easy access within the game, a simple YouTube playlist that you can scroll through, click a video, and it opens a hyperlink to your web browser would solve them so many problems, in my opinion. People are just lazy, need to do research. My wife doesn't even watch the TV show if it has commercials. I'm so done. I'm so fucking done. Will I support Overprime like this too? I will support every single remake equally. I'll give them honest feedback. I'll give them tips that I consider are best. I'll tell them when I don't like something. I'm very objective, but at the same time, I'm not negative. Like whenever I was in college, my first professor showed me, and feedback is fine, but feedback without constructive criticism just turns into a whiny ass opinion. Just like that. It just turns into an opinion. And if you're just going to share your opinion, keep that opinion to yourself because you're not helping anybody. But if you give constructive feedback, if you say, I don't like the lack of being able to find information, how can that be fixed? I think they should implement a menu tab that says tutorials and just a link with YouTube content that they make, that content creators make, etc. That is constructive criticism. That's what's called feedback. Anything else is just a whiny ass opinion. Now, they need to do a question and answer video like weekly or 2 times a month. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Paragon tried to solve that problem with that same result. They had a community corner that once a week they went through, answered questions, went over the next update and stuff, just to keep the community informed and let them know that they're being heard. Not a bad thing to do. That would be a great suggestion to do as well. On top of that, why don't Strange Matters YouTube, like, just low-key make a YouTube, like, just do a Discord call with different developers, you know, COVID safe, everybody's got their distance, different developers talking over the stuff, going over it, and hell, if it's an hour-long video, fuck it. It's literally a video for the community, and people will grow off of that. You feel me? Even if they answer the same question every video. Hell, if they feel like they have to, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Do you think tower damage needs a buff? That's something I'm going to answer later. Make a video for this. Okay, so I mean, we're pretty much done with the comments related to this. But, and that's my thing, guys. Like, honestly, we as a community, we have to also do our part. Content creators, gamers in general, but developers. We have to do our part to make it as easy as possible for this information to be found. What can everybody do? SMS can put, like I said, a simple tab in there with a YouTube playlist, a weekly video going over stuff, and hell, even recommending content creators in their weekly videos to not only help promote the community, but help promote access to that information. Because as long as they're subscribed to those content creators, they can get that information firsthand on a weekly basis at times. Or like me on a daily basis, for example, right? Or how can the gamers themselves help? Well, here's the thing. You don't know what other people know. So as soon as a new video gets released, share that shit with your friends. You're not only helping content creators, but you're helping the community get informed. Like, it's almost ridiculous to read an update patch, go into a match, and then assume that everybody there has read the last update patch. The real shit. I don't give a damn if it's corny as shit. Sometimes, literally putting a message in there, if you haven't read the last update, click on this link, that shit's gonna change your life. And bam, if that 5-minute video at the first 5 minutes made the difference for them, fuck it, whatever it may be. Or even if they watch it after the match and they lose because they had no idea what the things that were changed. But educating the community is something that all of us have to work on. And it definitely is something that people just need to stop whining about. Because again, if you don't give constructive feedback, if you don't do something about it, it's just a whiny ass opinion that helps nobody. That's as simple as that. Change my mind.